I was thinking that if I start going deeper into the tarot world, probably I will invite demons into my life. If I just change my approach and I see the devil from the perspective of addictions. When I observe many couples here, I see nothing but the battle of power as not really true love. Give me that, I give you this. Give me that, I am with you because. That's how it is called. True love, I just give because I wanna give and I wanna you be happy. And all these you have to because I did so much for you. Regular phrase right here. Many of you can recognize it. If you match such a phrase, it means someone wants to enchain you here. Hello, beautiful souls. So today we will be talking about a mysterious card, the Devil. It is a card which is being afraid of by many here, and honestly, I was not comfortable to start my tarot reading specifically because of this card, because I was thinking that if I start going deeper into the tarot world, probably I will invite demons into my life. But you know, it is such an interesting thing when we approach the deck with the immature mind. That's how we think. But the more mature we become, we can start using the same tool in a more mature way. It's the same like I already showed it. Look at this marker. So I can open the marker and start drawing something on my face. It means I don't use this correctly. But if I, let's say, use the whiteboard and my marker, and I start drawing some flowers here of this creation. So I use it correctly, I can do it even something beautiful, isn't it so? So that's how I can use this metaphor for you so that you would understand that if we use tarot cards in a specific way with the immature approach, then we will get this type of results. But if we start using the tarot cards in the mature way, then we can get like the sky's the limit. There are no limits which kind of results we can get just because we use the same tool in a different way. Tarot can be used to completely rewire your psyche if you use it correctly. There are so many codes there, and only if you know how to read them. It's like literally encrypted scriptures into this deck. And once I started going deeper into that, I realized that, oh my god, this is just my belief that I should not go and read the devil. Now, let's get back to the card devil, right? So it's not that I start reading tarot and I invite demons into my life. It's not it. It's just my belief, right? It's what I paid attention to. It's what I'm afraid of. But what if I just change my approach and I see the devil from the perspective of addictions? And whenever I meet this card in my tarot readings, I see it as a revelation point. Like, oh, it's an aha moment for me to start exploring my addictions, and it's a break-free moment. It's a breakthrough which is nearby me, because in case if I see all my addictions, all the bondages, all the manipulations in my life which are instilled by me or others within my life which stop me from my progress, guess what? That's a wonderful card to see in my tarot readings because it's a revelation point. It will break free everything in my life. And then guess what? What is the next card after the Tower? It's the Star, right? It's the Star. Here it is. This is the beauty. So after the Tower, the Star follows. Why? Because it is already much more clear. We broke free from all the addictions. Now, let's get back to the Devil. What do we see here? We see those two poor ones, right? They are enchained and they play games to win. Look, he's throwing this cube into the game. She's throwing a knife. They all try to win in some game. This is the battle of powers. When I observe many couples here, I see nothing but the battle of powers, not really true love. It's like each and everyone tries to take something from everyone. What is true unconditional love? And what is conditional love? In fact, conditional love, it's not even love. It is a transaction. Transaction, it's a battle of powers. Give me that, I give you this. Give me that, I am with you because. That's how it is called. Now, what is true love? True love, I just give because I wanna give and I wanna you be happy. Not because and I expect you to bring me that in return, right? So these two expect. That's why they are enchained. You can see that. That's why, let's say, when someone asks me, hey, Yulia, and how can you be so long in relationships? And do you actually suspect that your husband may go and cheat with some other girl? You know, and she's like, I don't think about this even. Why would I think about this? I just love these men. And I know this is the right man for me. Why would I think about some nonsense, you know? I have some other things to think in my life. So that's even just like the odd question for me. But that type of question occurs when we are afraid, we are enchained that another one may go away from us to another more beautiful lady. I'm actually deeply, deeply concerned with my activities here, what I am doing in life. I'm very interested to myself. And then at the same time, I love my husband and I really want him to be happy. That's why I serve him with all possible ways. And then I do whatever I want with my time after I served him. I am doing whatever I want with my time after I did all the best for my husband in our happy family life. So why would I be in change, you know? So that is the predicament where for enchainment, when you suspect he will go somewhere, she will go somewhere, or she will find someone better than me, he will find someone better. Why would I even think about this? Why would even occupy even part of my brain? Now, another thing is just to observe here, they are in fire because they are in the battle of powers, they are in fire. They are not really happy. They are being in that hell of their creation, continuous blaming, judgment, taking it over. And here they are ruled by this demon. He's creating that ball, that all creation. He's seeing it all actually, and he's enjoying his game, right? He's loving that everyone here are in that hell of their creation. So quite interesting thing just to share with you. I was there when I just went into my marriage. I was into that battle of powers with my husband because I was continuously expecting things from him, and I was thinking that if I do something, he needs to do something in return. I was taught to be that way in my family. My family was not truly into that true love. Like many other families here, they were doing something, expecting something in return. I remember how my grandmom told me, hey, your grandfather did so much for you, you have to do that for him. And I just couldn't comprehend it. And I just like had that repel, you know, just like, wait, what is the bondage? I have to because, no, maybe I want because I just love him. Why do I have to because? And all these you have to because I did so much for you. Regular phrase right here. Many of you can recognize it. So if you met such a phrase, it means someone wants to enchain you here. And in order to figure out all these bondages, all these manipulations, you want to do some kind of shadow work with yourself, serious shadow work to remove all these manipulations and instill that ultimate clarity within you. And in one of my next videos, you will see which kind of questions you can ask yourself. Remember, these should be really deep, powerful questions to extract it and to work with yourself. You can use your deck for that, asking the question and then pulling out the card, looking at the symbol, and then seeing the association as the answer for that symbol, as the answer for that question, right? So let's say I already gave that example. You have a question, what is actually the bondage which is holding me here in my career, let's say. That is the question. And you know that you are not feeling really happy in your career. So what is that bondage? What is really blocking your sense of happiness in your career? And then you see, let's say, this knife. So probably you just write down in your tarot journal. You see that knife, which is this woman is throwing into the game, right? Into the game board. So what it can mean, you don't know. You are blank. But next day, in a week, it may come to you if you keep asking that question and looking at that knife. Why? Because through that communication with your higher self, through the images, you establish certain connection to your deep inner truth. You want it or not. And then guess what? The answer comes as the association for that question when you look at that knife, right? At that knife. So what can it be? Let's say, as an example, you play games in your work, you manipulate people, you are gossiping or something like this. Can it be the case? You try to pull your knife onto others. Can it be? You never thought about this, but can it be, right? Why did you pay attention to that knife thrown into the game? So again, I'm not talking about you. I'm giving you the example of the situation, and we cannot really see it because it's so painful and hurting. Oh, I gossiped. Oh, I'm surrounding myself by all these gossiping people and I hate it. I already hate created inside me and all these toxic environment, it feels like not really healthy. This continuous gossiping, let's say. I want just much more healthy, joyful environment. Who would not want to be surrounded by joy, right? By appreciation. But instead, in this environment, I'm in continuous gossiping environment. So maybe it's time just to acknowledge it and see. Maybe I can partner myself there with someone who is not gossiping all the time. That's another thing which I can look at. Maybe I can change job and find a bit more healthy environment in case if everyone already around me are just gossiping. Maybe I can become a much more effective communicator, directing people to different topics, right? So these types of things I can start contemplating, and this is just a particular example how you can use your beloved cards, asking a question and looking at the symbol and establishing that association deeper. We can go through the course around this. I give you multiple exercises about it. So in case if you would want to learn more, you are warmly also invited to my other course, which is Transform Your Life with 3-Day Tarot Deck, where I talk more about how we can read the symbols correctly and how we can establish within us that metaphoric mind to create that pathway of communication with our higher self. All right, thank you so much. I'm wishing you a wonderful, blessed day. And in case of any questions, let me know. I will be happy to answer.